warrior spirit. Turtle Island. This is for my peoples. Drop. Too much debating, too much hating, too much faking, too much grand staging, too much handshaking, too much land taking, too much manipulating. Too much you can, but you shaking. Too much of a friend, yet you stuck through Nathan. Complain too much instigating, too much insinuating. You too much of an agent. Celebrities too, heavenly bodies got you stargazing. Dilated peoples, stark amazement. Top chart chasing, your heart racing. Spellbound, too much dark sayings. Am I? Sharing too much in my paint can graffiti art. Spraying too much to spark in the dark basement day. Breaking too much, these mobs operate through too much ego, way too much for me, yo. Not with all the fake check-ins. Either you from the soil or you're not. And this ain't even a half. They've displaced you, engine, replace you, engine, erase you through paper. Genocide, engine, land session agreements, a fake space. View engine, change dates to purposely misplace you, engine. X shouting, tax you on your own. Land engine, you a child, not a grown woman, a grown man engine. In fact, you black, you that person in all caps on them contracts. Legal fiction, non-living show. Damn engine, how long will you let them debase you, deface you? Engine, no one is coming to save you. A brave new world awaits you, engine. They intend to continue to rape and enslave you, bound to a remix of religion. A graven image that reset the same station. They played you, engine, the same unseen hand. You just wait, can't slay you, engine.
New one. New one. New one.
Return of the ancient ones.
I love it.
We back. Everything they own. Hold fast, let me get that. Now to rip that. Gift rap, not with rhetoric. Shit chat, shit back, go back and forth. On platforms for an inch or scratch. Rich stack for a Kit Kat or a Big Mac. Temporary kid shipment that don't kiss back. Shit swag. We here to get our shit back. Restoration of what was overthrown. American engines, old organic gold, not provolone. Home alone, all foreigners gone. Surefire, shoot, Hebrew, Muslim, Mason, Morris, Cornerstone. Fraternal orders of harsh Rome. You've no substantial foundation, flawless zone. Bottomless pit of broken promises. Home through landlines or cordless phones. Lines lay lines aligned with constellations. Rocks cry out till the land, till the soil is gone and corn is grown. The war is on. My words won't. Sure. With all foreigners off the land. That includes all you corporations, all you different nationalities. Anything that is an American engine, you need to get the fuck on. We ain't playing this time. We understand exactly what y'all motherfuckers did. Akichiwa. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the shy spot. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying that from the skybox, I got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are still dumb. Deaf and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real some warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue. Could've loaded in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debacle's about who owes who the fiscal. Disregarding the aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or wet. Here's a big fat yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau mau, big back. Whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet.
They open the ditch.
The wise man known by his silence.
Getting the rest of that dirt out, bro. You're gonna finish it.
From conspiring to novice, other aspirants of finance.
You'll be alright, huh? You'll be here.
I'm trying to fight. And environments of migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they've got indictments.
I want to read, get this over with so we can finish that out. Alright? I'm a little rushed, but I mean, I just want to get done so we can finish out. And we can get our measurements and what we got to do with the greenhouse, clean up on the sides and all that.
But they can't escape this work.
Like I was saying, I know what music's about. I want to get back in there and finish that out, and then we can get that in there and make sure our measurements are decent, and then figure out what we have to raise, lower, you know, as far as the clay. Take it back out. We're not going to leave it in there. We got to make walkways to get it in because it's mountains, like hills all around the hole. And then once we get that done and get it tight, like, you know, the frame, and we can get that substructure in the ground, and then level it with some of the bricks that I had us picked up that was on Ganja's land. So that way we can determine from there the next stage. After that, that'll be pretty much as it is until we get we're sure of exactly what we're going to do. And we can get everything built up around it. And then we can go inside and start getting things the way it's supposed to be aligned for the growth factor. Then we got to go up here and we got to start removing wires and the poles and getting all that area cleaned out appropriately. And then we can start looking at our true measurements, not just idea, you know what I mean? So that way we can get that first platform, get it initiated, started. And then once we get the first platform accomplished, then we can move on to the next part. And people will say phase or whatever. It's always going to be segmented parts of what we're doing. So it's a lot of work. But with more people, it wouldn't be that, you know, and it would be shared. And people have ideas, you know, and that's what we the thing is for people to expand and draw upon their brains to let them work. You know what I mean? Hey, Marcus, what's up? You know what I mean? Just let a few more people come in, you know. And y'all might like this read. Some may oppose it and feel some kind of way. What's going on, beloved? Yeah, I think I hit you up. I think you made a donation, I think. And I was like, salutations. I don't know if I remember saying it. Yeah, man. It's going to be cool. We're going to be getting to days where it's like 40 degrees outside, like during the day. You know what I mean? New York, man. And what's going on? What's happening? What's going on, beloved? It's always going to be a work in progress. Always. And yeah, I'm a visionary. It doesn't mean all my visions are spot on, correct. But visionary means a dreamer. And dreams never die. That's who our people, you know. Just dream, that's all. Just dream. But don't just dream only. I mean, apply, you know what I mean? Resonate with your dream, all right? Dream doesn't mean Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. It's not what dreams mean. Dream doesn't mean let's sacrifice this individual, devour them, and then put somebody that looks like them in the place to act the role until we're tired and we don't require it no more. I want to make like 1,000 babies, man, to leave y'all, but might be too late. This DJ ZPE, it's our brother DJ. He made this, so they better not come with that, oh, grubby, you know what they do. Again, pretty much they're digging it out, get the hole, and I was over there, got me a new blister. I love it. Put a little salt on it's good, but that way we can do what we got to do and keep going on. And we still got to work up top, so we'll go up there. And it's got one battery. We're gonna need to get like 1 or 2 more so we can run everything to clear that out. I got to find my snips to see if I can cut through that electrical wire that they use as a, you know, electric wire, you know, so as I use as a deterrent for the horses or whatever to go beyond that point, and remove that. And those fence things, the poles that go on the ground, they're in there, so we're gonna have to dig those out. And just gotta get them out, get it all ready to patch the land, get the weeds cut down and everything, keep them that way. There's stuff you can put on the ground, but we don't want to spoil the ground to kill all that stuff, but that's not what we're here to do. We want that life. We want that, you know, the roots and all that. So that's the other part. It's a little spot that was there and they're just cleaning it up. I'd rather be over there. I could have just waited, did that with them. But I wanted to get this live out the way so I can come back later and read Book of the Dead. And we're going to get back to other books. I'm doing this way based on what in my opinion, what is deserving at the moment as far as information, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm over TikTok and they want to do, I didn't know TikTok did PayPal. I thought I had my first account, I had hooked up with my bank. So I had to go back and download PayPal again just to, you know what I mean? So, and right off the back, I had like, I think like $40 in the PayPal account. I didn't pay attention, I don't care. It might be interest from the years that I've had it, I don't know. Just gonna leave it like that. You know, 7 something, 40 something, and I was like, which one? I was like, I don't care. And they wanted to do face recognition, this, that, and all that ID. I just use my Gmail, put in the passcode, create a new, you know. And even with that, you know, they want to send a code, and the code, by the time you get it, it's already timed out with this raggedy phone. And I was like, you know what? They can't make nothing work, right? They make it work the way to make you frustrated, this and another. And we're going to read a little bit about that. You always got to keep calmness, especially you women. And you always have, and men nowadays, but you have to have focus. You have to look at that emptiness. Some of you might, a couple of you go here and watch me drink this. This is a tablespoon of Celtic salt and about 16 ounces of water. It's just like going and getting a, you know what I mean, IV in your, you know what I mean? And it's strong. You just drink a little bit. You don't want to overdo it. And it keeps you from cramping and all that other stuff. Lemon is good for you too. Real sea salt, not that Morton table nonsense that is toxic. Um, just give it a few more minutes for people to come on in. And hopefully y'all hear something that piques your interest or that is beneficial or helpful. My thing is about helping. That's about it. You know, that's it. Just help, assist, different refocusing. You know, look at things a different way. Um, I told you I got all those braces in there, so if you need one, get it, bro. Um, both my knees, by my tibia, whatever you call it, the ball was sore, like sharp little pains. But that's because I jumped in and jumped out, like without warming up, doing squats yesterday. You got to do things to strengthen the muscles and tendons around the damages, regardless. You just got to be careful. You don't want to use heavy weight or weight. Your body's more than enough, and that's all it is. That's all the soreness is. You know what I mean? But y'all might like what I want to read. It's still saying the same thing as far as the secret science of the sacred secretion and the power of now. Which I'm gonna start off with that, and then we'll read the next part of the dome and the space projection. All right. That's my tobacco, y'all. I can't find my non-tobacco ones. I have them. I don't know where I put them at. I gotta dig through everything. I'm not bringing all that stuff into the tent. It's like having a whole bunch of stuff surround you with no dressers or drawers or cabinets. And I got to get a cart. I got to get a cart to level it up. So I'm actually going to have to get a hot tent, y'all. There's no way, because it's, regardless of the decent nights and the warm weather right now, it's going to change here pretty soon. And this tent is in no shape, fashion, or form to deal with nonstop 40 down to 38 degrees. It's not built for this. I actually purchased it for the summertime, which I didn't use until we got here. So you know how that goes. And like I said, all y'all's assistance helps. You know what I mean? If you can't beat a assist, then you could probably help with a few dollars in it. It'll help us keep and acquire just some things that we don't have, which may be purchased over time anyway. So, but to have that assistance is beneficial. Not just books, but like I said, it's the little things that keep us going. So when we start, like we're already going, but when we start that real building and certain welding and things like that, the ferrous rod, the iron rods, all those things, the welding rods and all that stuff, TIG wire and all that, it costs a little bit. I can't sit there and fund I can, but a period of time, and like I said, it's, gotta be credible. Man, you can PayPal. Yeah. Hey, Snoo, what's up, baby? Yeah, that was DJ. You know what I'm saying? Rocking the beats. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get into the read, all right? So we're gonna start off, and some of this we read a little bit, but I'm gonna break it down just a little more. Let me turn this off. It's got a nice little pus in there. So this is the power now, God, the spiritual enlightenment. All right, by Eckhart Tolle. And we're gonna start. Ooh, child. Let me fold it backwards. Gotta get the right part, guys. I took the paper out and just looked away like, oh. Okay, we got it. Okay. And so we read a little bit of this, but I want to take it back here. So we read a little bit of this, so I'm just going to bring it right from here. Okay. falling back to a level of consciousness below mind, falling back to a level of consciousness below mind. It doesn't mean you stand underneath. It means where you're at now. Your mind is filled with everything that they've made that's toxic, with a little semblance of things that may be beneficial to which you don't really know. And we've been going over this a moment, right? Or for a moment now, which is the pre-thinking level of our distant ancestors and of animals and plants, is not an option for us. There is no way back. Now, if the human race is to survive, it will have to go on to the next stage. You hear that? You see, if you don't remember, if you can't remember, or you're doomed to. If you can't remember, how does that go? Because I don't believe in that no more. I don't know about that no more. But if you forget the past, you don't know where you're going. Or if you can't remember, I mean, how can you acquiesce your true state or true form? Well, the consciousness is evolving throughout the universe in billions of forms. Okay. So even if we didn't make it, this wouldn't matter on a cosmic scale. No gain in consciousness is ever lost, so it would simply express itself through some other form. That's why they have to block you and all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into the 12 salts that are left over, and it may give you a little more information. Okay. So no gain in consciousness is ever lost. So it would simply express itself through some other form. But the very fact that you might not be able to recognize or read, the very fact that I am speaking here and you are listening or reading, this is a clear sign that the new consciousness is gaining a foothold on Mother Earth. There is nothing personal in this. I am not teaching you. Be mindful, I've stated this, I read this. You are consciousness, and you are listening to yourself. I. There is an Eastern saying, the teacher and the taught together create the teaching. And then what's the purpose if that's not the case, right? In any case, the words in themselves are not important. Not at all. They are not the truth. They only point to it. Remember that's why I was talking about the illusory effect earlier? Okay? I speak from presence, and I speak. Okay? And as I speak, you may be able to join me in that state. That means your own recognition, self-recognition. All right? Although every word that I use has a history, of course, and comes from the past, as all language does, the words that I speak to you now are carriers of the high energy frequency of presence, quite apart from the meaning they convey as words. Do not get caught up in the presumption or what you may think is antagonist, or what we got guidelines to control the narrative. The words are meaningless, but they're guide stones. That's all of the past. Though you cannot reacquaint yourself with that, you must evolve. We're going to use the term evolve now. That means to acquiesce and ascend. What they attempt to stop, you can always acquiesce. Silence is an even more potent carrier of presence. It really is. Unless you're a box of confusion and hatred and everything else that is something out of nothing. So when you read this or listen to me speak, be aware of the silence between and underneath the words. Find that place. You know, Stella got a groove on. She had to go find and make something to fulfill a physical torment. Look for the empty, the hermeticism, right? Look for that place that is a void. It doesn't mean that you're alone and to yourself, by yourself. It means that you're comfortable without. It doesn't mean like you have to be without. Like, it's a whole different meaning from what you think. It's like legal and legalese. English and legalese. You get what I'm coming from? The things hidden in plain sight. Be aware of the gaps. To listen to the silence wherever you are is an easy and direct way of becoming present. Because you don't elude, you don't have to dismiss anything. You become more quaint with yourself. Even if there is noise, there is always some silence underneath and in between the sounds. Listening to the silence immediately creates stillness inside you, all right? It creates stillness inside you. Only the stillness in you can perceive the silence outside. And what is stillness other than presence? You exist, but you're all radicalized and noisy and this, that, and the other. You collaborate with the very things that have nothing to do with your truth of essence. Consciousness freed from thought forms, that is, as a question. Here is the living realization of what we have been talking about. Pay attention to this. Don't get attached to any one word. You can substitute Christ for presence, if that is more meaningful to you. Christ is your God essence or the self, as it is sometimes called in the East. The only difference between Christ and presence is that Christ refers to your indwelling divinity, regardless of whether you are conscious of it or not, whereas presence means your awakened divinity or God essence. Can you find that with a whole lot of noise if you have never been nurtured to be in a still mode, to chop off one arm and sit in a cavern in some high mountain peak in a hole in the mountain for decades? Many misunderstandings and false beliefs about Christ were clear if you realize that there is no past or future in Christ. To say that Christ was or will be is a contradiction in terms. Jesus was. He was a man who lived 2,000 years ago and realized divine presence, his true nature. And so he said, before Abraham was, I am. He did not say I already existed before Abraham was born. Pay attention again. Yeshua was. He was a man who lived 2,000 years ago and realized divine presence. Maybe to state why they're afraid of you now. His true nature. And so he said, before Abraham was, I am. Do you get that? Don't misinterpret. He did not say I already existed before Abraham was born. He did not state that. That would have meant that he was still within the dimension of time and form identity. The words I am used in a sentence that starts in the past tense indicate a radical shift, a discontinuity in the temporal dimension. It is a Zen-like statement of great profundity. Jesus attempted to convey directly, not through discursive thought, the meaning of presence, of self-realization. He had gone beyond the consciousness dimension governed by time, into the realm of the timeless. The dimension of eternity had come into this world. Eternity, of course, who's that? Does not mean endless time, but no time. You know, badass, I've been trained to kill. You have no time left. What time are you talking about? You're just not going to get where I'm going. You're going to destroy your own facsimile, your own existence. The dimension of eternity had come into this world. Eternity, of course, does not mean endless time, but no time. Thus, the man Yeshua became Christ, walked with himself, a vehicle of pure consciousness. And what is God's self-definition in the Bible? Did God say, I have always been and I always will be? Question. Of course not. That would have given reality to past and future. God said, I am that I am. No time here, just presence. The second coming of Christ is a transformation of human consciousness, a shift from time to presence, from thinking to pure consciousness, not the arrival of some man or woman perverted in the Jannah, in the darkness. You cannot accomplish this. It doesn't matter what you do, think, or believe. If Christ were to return tomorrow in some externalized form, what could he or she possibly say to you other than this? I am the truth. I am divine presence. I am eternal life. I am within you. I am here. I am now. Isn't that who and what you are in the unknowing of your existence? I'm not here to catapult you in some fictional direction. Never personalize Christ, people. It's personified in your awakening. Don't make Christ into a form identity, avatar, which they've done. Divine mothers, enlightened masters, the very few that are real, are not special as persons. Without a false self to uphold, defend, and feed, they are more simple, more ordinary than the ordinary man or woman. Anyone with a strong ego would regard them as insignificant, or more likely not see them at all. If you are drawn to an enlightened teacher, it is because there is already enough presence in you to recognize presence in another. Walk beside me, with me, not in front or in back. There were many people who did not recognize Yeshua or the Buddha Rama, as there are and always have been many people who are drawn to false teachers. You're outside of yourself. I am not nowhere near that. Egos are drawn to bigger egos. You got to kill off the ego. That's why I humbly ask for this and that, help, help me buy some books. It doesn't matter if me saying, oh, I'm going to pay more. I ask y'all because it's like a test. It's just all it is. It's not a test to discourage you or encourage you. It's for you to be practical and look upon yourself and realize that you have not been existing or in the stable of who you are to be. And when you come into it, not the crack dealer. I don't need you to turn over your old check. I am not looking Levitical and looking for tithing. I ask because that's my duty in the presence of existence to have you take away and remove all that something and turn it into nothing. And which is a more easier way to ask you for fiat, to help in chump change, to help turn something back into nothing. You would say, wait, you're building a greenhouse and you're building. Is it I or is it we? It's not complicated, sisters and brothers. If you are drawn to an enlightened teacher, it is because there is already enough presence in you to recognize presence in another. There were many people who did not recognize Yeshua the Buddha Rama. Stop, guys. As there are and always have been many people who are drawn to false teachers. Remember, I asked y'all to research this stuff. Purchase the book and read it for yourself. Egos are drawn to bigger egos. Facts. Darkness cannot recognize light. Only light can recognize light. So don't believe that the light is outside you, or that it can only come through one particular form. Impossible. If only your master is an incarnation of God, your true presence. Then who you are, any kind of exclusivity is identification with form. And identification with form means ego, no matter how well disguised. Listen to that. I mean, when I get up in the AM, I've already been up for about 3 or 4 hours laying there, probably looking at something or reading. I wake up like everybody else. Mother sucker. God dang it. I'm not making this up. I'm going for the F-bombs and And it's because of the pain that I have to remind myself is momentarily there to remind me of how I ostracize myself based on my ignorance and how I've usurped a usury of self in ignorance to quell that thirst of angst and rage, to quell it, and to resensitize myself into the better of my existence. But like I said, I know the Jannah very well. It's the Hawa, spirit, the breath. And I know a lot of people want to say Hawa. It's indoctrination. Hawa. It's wa, just like a S was an F, as an S. A V was a what? C. Do you get it? There's no greater I am. It's only that I exist to be the lesser of all. And in the lesser, there's a finite responsibility that I have to the better of myself, not the intrusive, all-inclusive detriment and deterioration of existence. Use the Master's presence to reflect your own identity beyond name and form back to you, and to become more intensely present yourself, to present yourself. Our presence is yourself. You will soon realize that there is no mine or yours in presence. Presence is one. The test, ergo, as we, for we have built this. It doesn't matter laboriously whose hands have toiled or so fictionally troubled. There's no trouble if you're doing it. The disdain is on your own guys. Does it make any sense? A little to some? Group work can also be helpful for intensifying the light of your presence. When y'all donate and you see the responsibility of all-inclusiveness, it feels good. What you believe good to be. That means lack of knowing. When it's beyond that, it's beyond reproach. And I'm not using that to have you send super chats or anything. I am stating something that is beneficial. So when you show up, you can go, you can say, based on the small little ego that might be there, I am a plank owner. I have given to this. No, you assisted in the building, your light, your energy. Because this is done for the better and well-being, not to be caustic. I'm using this as an example because this I can literally show you. It's tangible. I'm not building a school. That would be up to the ladies and the men to procure and to, in the edifice of make happen, not to lie. As a wolf for the sheep in sheep's clothing. A group of people coming together in a state of presence generates a collective energy field of great intensity. It not only raises the degree of presence of each member of the group, but also helps to free the collective human consciousness from its current state of mind dominance. Why am I always saying it's us, right? We make decisions. I'm a dreamer, so I'm going to throw all things out there. But it's not pertinent to just what I state. If I say, okay, let's do this way, it doesn't mean that that's the way it's supposed to be done. It's suggestive. It's obligatory. It's no. That's it's the requirement of self to say, hey, what about like this? Then we all come together and say, well, let's give it a shot. There's no deniability of and the plausibility of things. Do you see that's how it's supposed to work? Now, if you come up here talking about let's put 2 toothpicks over here and put a rock on it and see how that works out, I'm gonna say, if you don't get your something out of nothing behind out of here, you know what I'm saying? Wow. That's why I say it with a V. It's silent, yet it is there. The VW, Volkswagen, Germanic, right? Wow. It's not complicated. You just don't go for wow. It's the same thing. It's better compilation of presence and activity. It brings on a different prelude of something that might narrowly escape the dimension of lies to bring you into Oh, farther from a stalemate. You can be argumentative. What is argumentative for? It's nothing wrong with saying hawa, but it is hawa. That's what it is. I've been saying this for over 3 decades, so I should have an idea. I'm researching it and looking at myself. Current state of mind dominance. This will make the state of presence increasingly more accessible to individuals. That's all it is. Shared responsibility, right? However, unless at least one member of the group is already firmly established in it and thus can hold the energy frequency of that state. That's what I work on doing every moment. Even when I, in the repository of existence, expand on physical in-depthness and the narrative of perversions and inclusivity, to which sometimes rattle me, and I have to draw back and go, yet, on another note, to remind myself. However, unless at least one member of the group is already firmly established in it and thus can hold the energy frequency of that state, the egoic mind can easily reassert itself and sabotage the group's endeavors. I cannot allow that. Although group work is invaluable, it is not enough. And you, like my memory, when we came here, I gave homeboy 2 bags. He's standing at the door going, where you want me to put them at, Chief? I don't care where you put them at. Throw them in there, whatever. 2 things of toilet paper that was bouncing around the back of my truck. He couldn't remember. But it's for everyone. You see what I'm saying? It's not the remembrance of ego. It's we have to allow ourselves to change. Like deodorant, it has aluminum. We don't use aluminum-filled deodorant because it messes with the memory. This is a fact. We use the things that have been established and we research it to better our presence. Even though there is, I forget what that individual who tested soil says, there is about a quarter level of extra aluminum. I forget what the numbers is. Y'all can research it. We walk around in barefoot and we work in the water barefoot. It's soaking up into our feet. How do we transition to retreat and remove it? Me, I've gotten to a stage where I don't allow it to affect me as much. Can you do that? Absolutely. Although group work is invaluable, that means it's very valuable. It is not enough, and you must not come to depend on it. Nor must you come to depend on a teacher or a master except during the transitional period when you are learning the meaning and practice of presence. That's why I don't get upset when individuals don't share or don't want to donate. I go, oh, well, I give it another round. And yet I'll let you know it's a test. Well, it's a test, it is. Well, that's creating something out of nothing. Not when you're already a whole bunch of something and I'm attempting you to get back to nothing. If you have a problem donating, that means that you have a whole lot of something and you don't realize that it's nothing. And then they told you, 71, Nixon finally removed the total gold standard. And in 33, the Federal Reserve, right? In Jekyll Island, 1913, right? All that stuff, right, Ganja? Mm-hmm. And the reality that it has always meant nothing, yet it is a prelude because of the activity of your existence that formulates angst, ego, and all these other things that are undefendable. It puts you in a state of rage. How many relationships are broken up because of money? And yet money, I mean, look at this. How does it go? Is all your worth in fiat? Is all your worth in the bank? Is all your worth in everything that you have purchased, that you believe in fictional ideology that you own? And if that's the case, what is your life worth? Nothing. And the ego and the ignorant would say, yet without money, okay. And you would argue it to your death in ignorance. Your death. Again, do I need to go back and read that? You believe in your death. but they can use that against you. Are these chiggers? These are chiggers, aren't they?
What are they, red? Is that's the ones?
These little tiny little things. Look at that. These things bite. See this? These are chiggers. These little things look like screaming memes from Puerto Rico. They just came out of nowhere, bro. I destroy those. They plant little larvae and they bust out of you. They itch like crazy. All right? That's how I got those 3 little marks. Those are 3 different marks from chiggers that decide to come and surreptitiously enjoy my divinity and bust out and then die, because they've all died. But anyway, okay? So, again, I'm not attempting to convince y'all in anything. All right? I am just using it as an example because it's the easiest one to utilize. Let's get into the science of the sacred secretion. I really wanted to read this the other day. I went through it, and I remember I was posted up about it some time ago, I think a couple of months ago. Now, in the science of the sacred secretion, for those who don't know, and welcome to the Tribal Clan, the chemical, physiological, and astronomical explanation of internal alchemy by Victoria Lalu. Okay? You're going to like this. The 12 inorganic mineral cell salts include calcium fluoride, very different from the toxic hydrogen fluoride found in tap water and toothpaste. That stuff's not supposed to be anywhere near or in you. There's no benefit but other than destruction. It's easy to prove. That's 1. Calcium fluoride. Calcium phosphate. 3, calcium sulfate. 4, phosphate of iron. 5, potassium chloride. 6, potassium phosphate. 7, potassium sulfate. And 8, magnesium phosphate. 9, sodium chloride. 10, sodium phosphate. 11, sodium phosphate. And 12, silica. It's all in the soil, isn't it? From ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I gotta read this. Excuse me. Curse be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us. For out of the ground we were taken, for the dust we are, and to the dust we shall return. Now, a lot of y'all know that from the book of Eli, the movie Denzel, right? Well, if this is an area of interest to you, study the work of Dr. Schussler. Interesting fact, when the human body is reduced to ashes, there are only these 12 mineral salts left behind. So when you say ashes to ashes, can I come and sprinkle my daddy and mammy and my daughter and son's ashes though on your dirt? Fool, all you're doing is putting, hypothetically, what you just burnt all the fluids from back to which it was the earth, the entire earth, not just this dome. Remember? Conception. That's how powerful you are. The light comes in, the Hawa, spirit, soul. At that conception, they have lied, right? It is living, being Margaret Sanger. Okay? It's a lie. It feels. It knows. It remembers. Don't think those in control. Now, the 12 zodiac signs are Aries, which is March 21st, April 20th. Taurus, the Bull, April 20th. Well, you know Aries is Ram. The Bull, April 21st to May 21st. Gemini, the Twins, May 22nd and June 21st. Cancer, the Crab, June 22nd, July 22nd. Leo, the Lion, right? July 23rd and August 21st. You say, that's a horse. No, that's not what I was doing. Virgo, the Virgin, August 22nd and September 23rd. And Libra, the Scales, September 24th, October 23rd. Scorpio, the Scorpion, October 24th, November 22nd. Sagittarius, the Archer, November 23rd, December 22nd. Capricorn, the Goat, December 23rd, January 20th. Aquarius, the Water Carrier, January 21st, February 19th. And Pisces, the Fish, February 20th to March 20th. Now that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Where's 13? Yet we see all these about the ash when the water is removed. And yet they'll say, but most of these are the water sign, and this is the air and the fire and the earth signs, right? Where's 13? If the flesh is gone, and the water, blood, all those Christ fluid, right, are reduced to the ash of so-called 12 bicarbonates or salts, phosphates and whatever, chlorides or whatever, right? Salts, silica. What is the 13th? Although there are some discrepancies about the modern accuracy of these due to natural planetary shifts. I calculated the number of lunar cycles for my date of birth and recent sacred secretions, and they corresponded exactly. So I do not perceive this as an issue due to the fact that the lunar energy will still be aligned with the star power present during your virgin birth on those preservation days each month. That's when you should reset yourself, especially on that specific day. 2.5 to 3 days. In chapter 8, we'll get back into the sacred, preserving the sacred secretion that better illuminates, and we'll read it again because, again, if there's 13 and you want to attribute it to your resetting of your Christ factor, right, your Christ fluid, the purification of your blood, if the fluids are removed, your blood, the water, the heavy water, H3Os and all the other stuff, the fluid that's supposed to be kind of like saline, silver, I forget. Anyway, you can look into that. The adrenal, all the fluids are gone, so you're left with these 12 basic salts. Isn't there one more actually? It's funny how it drops right to silica. I mean, when you take a seashell that's supposedly already dead in water and you set it in the fire and it becomes what? Like lime, right? Lime, which is a binding agent for concrete and cement, right? Or to add for straightening hair and all that kind of stuff. Isn't that true? Just like rice glue. So why is it just the salts and not one form that would consummate an idea of water or liquid? Well, you forget that even in the ocean, in the denses of salt, there is another body of water that can't even be penetrated, right? Underneath. The guy who first came upon that, he mysteriously died. So the 13th, something for you to look into. All right, just suggesting some things. Would it be the source? Would it be the light? Would it be your soul? Would it be your spirit? Would it be your breath? I mean, you take the ashes, you go, and what does it do? It dissipates, right? Y'all say, oh, it falls to the ground. Yet, even in the air right now, there's aluminum, there's all kind of factors, dust, pollens, and everything else, right? So you're literally breathing it in. And if you can pull water from the air that's constant, are you not breathing in a breath of liquid to which you came out of? So in those 12 salts, that's great and abundance all around. Is there not some form, something else? I guess this is just not good enough for these individuals. I guess this information is just not good enough. I don't think they're getting it. I think they're just, we just want to stay in the other place and hear the stuff that makes us comfortable and you know, and we can't see beyond this because, you know, I guess it's not good enough. Egos. A little more salt water. How many of you have had a heart attack and the first thing you do, you go in there and they hook you up with an IV of sodium chloride? But then you got this dark based on the FDA, which is one of the most terroristic organizations. One of them, besides, you know, the FDA is a terrorist organization as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion. The first thing is to put salt in your body. You're not hydrated. But you would think that means water, H2O. H2O is deadly. You know, water toxification. There's a reason why we put key lime and stuff like that in coconut water and all this and other way. Okay. All right, let's leave it out alone. Start getting into this medical advert, and that's what we're here for. So let's go ahead and get into the dome and outer space projection, year 1728, the last reset by Claudio Naselli. Nos confoundum, no confusion. Okay. Chapter 8, simulated outer space. Now, I'm in agreement and disagreement with some of this. Yet we're reading it. You got something from UPS coming, bro?
Nothing, I don't know.
Probably turning around. Going the wrong way, buddy.
Yeah.
You never know. No,
The acceptance of this theory is founded on the narrative basis promoted about space that shaped the understanding of our environment. Let's let him go and see. Did you order anything, cuz? I think you ordered something, didn't you, T? Yeah. And instead of going to the post office, I might be bringing it here, bro. Unless, I guess we'll see. Oh, this rifle's sticking in my butt. Oh, excuse me. That's for the wifey? Okay. Okay, so let's get back into it. UPS. The acceptance of this theory is founded. What's this in here? What's the 13th? Research, brother. Come on. Research, beloved. I just gave it, actually. It's good to have you up in here. Hey, James Bond, what's going on, man? What's going on, beloved? New York Minute was straight on it. I know that's right, beloved. Anyway, y'all can continue to comment and ask questions and stuff without responding. Okay? And if you want to donate 25 cents, go ahead. The acceptance of this theory is founded on the narrative basis promoted about space that shaped the understanding of our environment. Based on scientific knowledge, but not only end up affecting this part, but also deepens on the aspirational axis of the values and attitudes of the generations that are developing and that will come in the future. Our minds begin to be molded from birth. Educational models as are part of a great influence on the perception we have of our environment, as it creates the fundamental basis for it to be rarely questioned. Now, with all this environment molded by educational texts and a strong scientific conditioning, plus the bombardment of the mass media, all this leaves little room to question or reflect on the existence of another type of theory. I remember when this little war was created by this foreigners, and I remember being out there and watching some of my brothers and people who I know go, man, we got to go fight Russia. I was like, fight what? What? For what? Man, they're doing hip hop. They got buildings and restaurants over here in Jersey, New York, all in Texas, everywhere. I'm still do. And I'm like, what in the world? You can't make this stuff up. all because of the mass media hysteria. Not denoting media, but when media gets back to being actual media and sharing news instead of being a deplorable state of warfare based on certain citizens of the papacy fake round crown of the Gujarat Iron, right? And stop lying to the people, then maybe we can move ahead. You dig what I'm saying? All this leaves little room. With all this environment molded by educational texts and a strong scientific conditioning, plus the bombardment of the mass media, all this leaves little room to question or reflect on the existence of another type of theory. As we said before, there are many movies and video games that deal with outer space and thus also reinforce this idea, molding young people on the conception that should be had about the universe and what would be the part that humanity has to play. If that isn't control, Project Paperclip, and everything else, if you don't get off of my little toe, I swear for goodness, bro, we're going to have issues. Thank you. Now, the great achievements of mankind are centered on heroism about space exploration. Undoubtedly, the most recognized milestone is the Apollo 11 moon trip on July 20th, 1969. This way of representing a truth by hiding a large part of the human past is nothing more than another form of manipulation of the environment. So states the book, leaving aside totally the independence of critical thinking and relying merely on learning and popular culture, in addition to not making it part of these great achievements, always reducing everything to a select group inaccessible to the majority. If I had a mammy and a pappy who moved exactly like Ed Gein, how would I turn out? Or Jeffrey Dahmer? You know, there's a whole bunch of them. What's his name? Shevchenko over there in Russia, where they executed him right away after is what you call it, who was murdering the children and doing some pretty sad things, terrible things, essaying them and all that, and some Jeffrey Dahmer type things. Excuse me, I know it's not what I want to say. How would I turn out? Would I not be the very existence of them? What makes you think that has not happened? And I've already pointed out to a group of individuals, and I've read certain things that would allude to that fact, right? Okay. Programming, right? Conditioning. In this way, then, plus so many other mentions that we could develop, makes the simulated outer space the only theory so strong that few dare to ever question, let alone analyze. Then the possibility that what we consider as outer space is simply a simulation of this big dome that seems to cover the known continents, which is able to generate the most realistic images to mold our minds towards an imaginary universe that they previously planned, and then they would reinforce it with scientific theories by the greatest scientists they give you that their brilliant minds made. The Big Bang Theory would then become the strongest, not as a fact of discovery about life, but to reinforce the idea about human insignificance. That way you look outside of yourself and find yourself this little morbid, little flesh, bone, blood driving, food gulping thing that has no pertinent existence because you don't know the reality of your true existence, because you're caught up in race, colorism, and nationality and everything else, and that's the things you see out here killing each other. Another central chapter is born here. Why would they lie to us? Chapter 9, why would they lie to us? The false universe. A very common question that people usually ask about all this questioning is the following. Why would modern science, in conjunction with the many existing organisms in the mass media, be hiding or lying to us about the reality of the home we live in and the mysterious happenings in the skies? One of the main reasons is to guide human minds to an external search and to neglect the eternal or the internal. Spiritual growth. See, growing outside with all that fake stuff, you know, it's all a lie, right? So your presence, your existence, as we were reading, is aware of this, but you're existing with a lie, so you incorporate that. Incorporate it, right? Conditioning, right? Programming. So what's the facsimile of it? An external. So one of the main reasons is to guide human minds to an external search and to neglect their internal. And if they put enough breadcrumbs to keep the lie consummated, regardless of what you find, that might be questionable. The thing is, don't question me. Look at what this fake government, with this fake, what you call it, talking about, we got to stop having people question what we say, and we're going to have the police, the policy. And you see the idiots who are just as dumb running around. Look at England. I'm going to lock the woman up for a statement she made because it's not, what's the truth? When you got a bunch of morbid dumb nuts running around with no facts or truth on them, all of, other than just wanting to be what? Okay, anyway. Spiritual growth, the idea of the human soul, is dissolving with each discovery that these space agencies make every day, and that generally reaches us through mass media, radio, TV, newspaper, etc. Now, the inner exploration is then forgotten. The infinite spiritual growth that every human possesses within is totally in the background and rarely exploited, and we can live a lifetime without knowing it. That's like training people to go out there and do hits. Well, let's say that something happens, and we better be as prepared as we can, but we need to do this to keep this illusion going. This is how stupid and pragmatic and how dumb all forms and sides are. I'm not even comment on that. Human capacities are then limited, generating lives of complete spiritual emptiness that are based on mere, almost robotic or automatic movements to survive. The dome theory could generate that many want to perform this inner search. The dome theory could generate that many want to perform this inner search. The desire to know more about spiritual growth would be paramount and encouraged by this new home where it returns to place humanity at the center of creation, especially centralizing a search beyond the material instead of hampering it. I just threw that in. Now, religions could then adapt to incorporate this understanding of the horizontal universe. We don't think, y'all, these flies are just retarded. The horizontal universe, being able to interpret it also as infinite, but in an attainable way, knowing that on the other side of the membrane barrier, there are also beings that can give us another conception and theorize about creation itself, and development in general, as well as learning about the human past, not so remote in time, not that long ago. They only knew how long they were really here. Learning that there are several domes that can be traversed in specific places and with advanced technology would open a huge field of study. Knowing that there are also other domes out there in different matrix cells, as if they were other cells, as part of a large organism. Now, the theories about these concepts are vast and also encourage, again, the critical thinking of all humanity and not only that of a select group. Now, why would anybody want people not to know about the existence outside of here? So you really think you're alone, huh? It also opens a new field of study in reference to this dome, since if it acts as a dividing membrane, it could then have selective characteristics with respect to matter, leading us then to reflect on the why of the acceptance or not of such matter or energy. Introspection, and personal development and independence from the experts as well as from the mass media that cite discoveries of these prefabricated authority figures is also encouraged. If outer space is simply a simulation of the dome, then who has created such a distortion? This reflection would make us find these dark entities operating in the shadows, such as the custodians and Anunnaki beings, who shape our history, reset us, and force us to follow a certain path forcibly into the future. In this way, the knowledge about our environment is not reduced simply to the shape of the earth, nor of the universe. It is a very complex subject that deserves a deep analysis of everything we have learned and everything we have been told until today. Now, you must know that some of you have slept with some of these things, and you have made life forms with these things, and they have taken these things, and you might think they're dead, in my own opinion. Marcus Williams. Any of this stuff make sense? Propaganda, yes, New York. Yes. I hope the readings were entertaining for you and you were able to get something from it. Obviously, I can go get white cargo and Asian slave trade, and the fact that the Civil War, at the end of it, showed that people weren't slaves but became POWs that were treated as slaves. I can also point out the black and white stripes shows the very same thing of POWs who are put to the fields and worked, and they held on to that. They says, wow, we can use these POWs from the Tartarian War of the Republic. And that is where you get this fanciful ideology of slavery, to which it didn't exist 100 years before that. So they have you looking outside, wanting $1, reparations, and all the other foolishness. Man, these flies are gathering around me like, what? I am not exuding death. Stop it. Not yet. Get out of here. It's the salt, maybe.
They're like, you can't have my sweat, you bastard.
Brother, I need some backwoods, man. You're going to have to run and get some backwoods or something. I don't know. I don't even know if I have enough to get any. Because they didn't put it in there. I mean, they're sending me a deposit, which is coming in the mail. I got this and that coming, blah, 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 blah. And they didn't put the money back in, so not yet at least. So anyway, definitely resonates with me. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, beloved. And hexafluorosilic. Wow, Carrie. Banging. Whoa! Yeah, let me pull that up. That is absolutely.
That.
You did, right? You sure did. You sure did. Did you upload it to the new channel?
I re-uploaded like last week. I put that one back.
Okay, yeah, Carrie. Yeah, Ganja was just drawing it up, and I have to pull it up because that is so real. Okay. I think it's hexafluoral, something like that.
Hexafluorosilicic acid.
Fluorosilicic, right?
Fluorosilicic, if I'm not mistaken.
Silicic acid, I think.
Yes.
If it's something like fluorosilicic acid. I know the chemical FFFF with the thing breakdown, so I remember that from medical school. But
don't touch me.
no, I'm literally typing it up. I don't have a design and all that. I just recall that because that is magnificent, Carrie. All of y'all. It's good to have all of y'all up here. So the Anunnaki have made a prisoner out of us all. Oh yeah, custodians or whoever. The custodians look like you and me. Y'all vote for them. Are those wannabes familiar? Sound familiar? Now, the custodians, by what definition? I'm just going to get your brain juices flowing. Use our technology and fought them. And there was a stalemate. Utilizing us. They made an agreement because it was so important, because of the gold and minerals and everything else. Of all the other worlds and all the technology that they use for us to conquer us, because we don't come together, we're separated by stupidity and the legitimacy of egoic or egotistical stupidity. And the fact that everybody wants to act like they know everything, which is ego, instead of humbling themselves to a point where they don't know nothing. I don't know absolutely. I always told y'all, with the little information I share, which is nothing. So I remind y'all it's not a competition, because I need y'all to walk with me. Y'all choose to remain in this environment of self-hostility, egocentric ideology, false narratives based upon baseless definitions such as white, black, citizen, national, more, blah, 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 blah. which is all lies. Yep. Yep, this is the one I was talking about, brother. I know it has the hydrogen around it. There it is. That's it, right there. Oh, it's the salt gun?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I had it with them.
Yes, sir.
So I got to go
So,
now.
hexafluorosilicic acid is an inorganic compound with the chemical formula H2SiF6, I believe. And the property is a colorless crystalline powder with a stinging odor and a density of 1.2, I forget the milligrams or grams per, I forget, but anyway. It's corrosive to metals and glass and can attack silicate-containing materials. Ooh, no, we're not drinking and eating that, but yeah. A common agent in drinking water fluoridation and also used in thin film coatings, metal sterilization, electroplating, animal hide tanning, and glass etching. I just want to drop that. Let me see that thing, bro. Let me see that thing, bro. Hey, come on. Let me see that thing. Bro, come on. Y'all know I ain't trying to kill him. We got to get another one of these, bro.
I can't even remember where I got it from. I just picked up. Oh, you got to flip the safety down.
It's down.
Did you?
Oh, it's on fire.
Double barrel.
I know it seems mean. I'm tired of them. I told them to leave, and they didn't leave, okay? And they should know better.
Don't touch me.
Double barrel. This is not a real one, so this is loud. Oh. Here you go, bro. Bring him over here. Where's he at? Mother sucker. Mm-hmm. And they're like, wait, I talk to the right ones, but the one that I was talking to and chilling with, who would chill on me and would hang out and not be cleaning booby and this, that, and the other, is dead. They don't live but so long. These ones are hard-headed. They might be his offspring. Shut up. Here you go, bro. Well, that was about 15 of them. So yes, you are not supposed to consume or utilize or put this in your body. This is straight up toxic, poisonous. Hey, Red Hunter. Oh, and that SSRIs are mostly fluorine based. Prozac. Yes, especially when you heat it up, taking them nasty hot showers. Without the proper filtration or Eric, I forget the ozone, I forget what it's called. Ozonating, I forget what the term is. That's why I take cold showers, besides the fact that it wakes you up and it makes you feel a whole lot better, all right? And it helps me go to sleep. I am not saying what I'm saying. Yes, you did say it. I was blasting these knuckleheads that didn't want to listen.
Yeah, I don't tolerate.
I've always had a feeling we are part of some type of zoo. Yeah, don't use the term zoo. But yeah. Cage den. In the lie. In the physical. They need you to be physical. They need you to think. That's why they give you Christmas and all these dumb holidays and this and that, because you can focus outside of yourself. Some of you know you send your kids out with your older sons and daughters so you can do things that, you know what I'm saying, and all that. That's why, another reason why I quit drinking. Man, it doesn't really bother me to drink yet. I have to be an example, right? So, very corrosive, especially into your internal organs. Now, am I saying that you go and purchase Celtic salt and this, that, and the other? You know, they manipulating everything. They're like, oh, we got them to buy that. Make sure, you know, you put what and what in there and get the bag, you know. It's easier to go into the ocean and go out on a trip and collect seawater, bring it back home, get your dehydrator, take the water, allow it to, and the salts will be left. That's why they always talk about oh, you need lime and the cleaner around your faucet. You in your shower and your baths, and you look in the water and it's like, why is it red now? Why is this? What is this buildup? All like dried snotties, and that's nothing natural. You ain't supposed to be drinking that. All right, this is they've been doing this for a while. And studying and watching, especially our people, chopping them up, sending them around to all these perverted institutions called hospitals and everything else, where they sit there and they study and dissect, and and then you don't know it, but they send back documents with certain codes showing what they found. And then these little secret places with people who really shouldn't have a degree, because you could take anybody and show them how to use stuff, all right? And how to look at this, that, and the other. That's all lies, so they can get the people they want in position and keep you further from it, because you couldn't do their math and everything else, because it didn't literally make sense to you. All right? And it didn't make sense to you for a reason. That's why they're liars. The institutions, the education system. How about just last year, they were pointing out all the Hindus and Chinese who are not intelligent or smart enough, who have been working for 20 years with degrees in institutions that they shouldn't have had, that they were bought and paid for by these worthless foreign professors. A bunch of dummies running around because of you, doing the stupid things they do on your soil, because you don't know better, because you keep listening to these Pan-Africans and what's that FBA? What's that? Well, what's that called? What does FBA mean? Foundational Black American, Foundational Dead American, excuse the language.
FDA.
These increments of foolish, false desiring, wanton individuals, some of them, as we was listening this morning, is combat veterans, and they really, really think they got it together. You know? No, what?
Or I think I just knocked them off.
No, you might have got them. Anybody else? Another statement? Anything else to say? Huh? Yeah, that's some pretty emergency response, right? If there's a spill, isolate the area for at least 50 meters for liquids and 25 meters for solids. Wear complete protective clothing, including a self-containing breathing apparatus, and collect the liquid in sealable iron containers. Absorb any remaining liquid with sand or an inert absorbent like kitty litter, right? It doesn't have it there. I'm just letting you know. Do not let the chemical enter the environment. This is for that hexafluorosilicic acid, which is a common agent in drinking water. Fluoridation. I keep exotic lizards. Chlamydosaurus kingley. Left him in this tub to clean his cage. The dripping water solidified him. Yes. Absolutely. You lizards, you don't leave in the water, though. You should know. You should know that, Red. But yeah, absolutely. Remember when they talk about mummification? Salts. After removing the organs? They used to literally go and pull the brain out as if it wasn't a place of remembrance and information. Like, that's where all the memory is. Like, they have some practices. We had some practices that were dark. You know what I mean? Hey, Squirrel Sniper, what's going on, beloved? Flat pond under the same skies. I know that's right. What's going on, fam? How's it going over there, bro? Anyway, y'all know the. Let me see if I can do it myself. Might be able to do it. Yeah, I mean, I might be able to do it. Yeah, I'm coming on to chat with y'all. Besides, I'm right here. And I'll be like, this idiot, he's right here talking to us. Oh yeah, damn it. I wanted to say that about 2 hours ago, right? Land. I gotta watch this one, y'all. Kiramia, did you watch it yet, T? Or did any of y'all watch that? The Land of the Giants, I think part 2, right? Part 2.
Giants, you say?
Yeah. Well, Kiramia put one on Land of the Giants. Remember I was talking about the other day, and the fact that in a certain year, 16 something, that my father's side were killing off the last of these bad giants. And when I heard about the story, reason why we found it shot though, because some of us couldn't make difference or heads or tail about good ones or the bad ones, but all the good ones were dead. Or I went back hiding or to a place. I can't say no more other than that. So a couple of hours ago, he had put up another one. I saw the which called Land of the Giants in America Part 2. Okay, so I'm gonna check that out. Westside's still affluent. He's still posting. So check out the brother. You know, he has some videos up. A couple of them pretty cool. All right, Ganja, I think. Did you upload another video?
Not today. I need to go in there and get one uploaded.
All right. Remember, you got Delusions of Humanity 2. Okay. You put in Delusion of Humanity, it might pull up that one, and it also pull up 2. Original Lone Wolf have been putting up some pretty funny posts too. That's some good, great stuff. All right. So check everybody's stuff out. I know he had put one up with this blue-eyed, light-skinned woman sucking on Yakub's head. I was like, God dog, man, he's really going in. Anyway, no offense, people. It's, you got to look at it, pay attention to see what it is. You know what I mean? Let me come over there. What in the world? How come I can't see my thing? What is this all about? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Anyway, you know, to help the channel, y'all can hit like the little 100 heart, the little smiley face, laughy faces, and stuff like that. It would assist. But heard the Vatican created a giant extermination squad to get rid of all the friendly that knew where they came from, the friendly giants. They've been hunting them for a long time. But there are some they cannot destroy. And we're just gonna leave that as that. I was more upset that I knew already. Wow. I keep the yeah, I know. Isn't that messed up when you like, you know, and you forget, or you just do it because you're moving and you think you're moving fast enough, right? I know, it sucks, right? Good busy week. Got 2 days with my daughter. Going to have some fun tomorrow. That's what's up. You know, it's madness. Man. It's really madness. You know what I mean? It's all madness. Uh-oh. Let me see that shotgun again, man. Cause see, none of it being just downright dishonorary and disrespectful. I said y'all can live. Like, go on about your business. Thank you. That's a beautiful thing about this nasty salt. This is brine salt. This is the stuff she was just talking about. This is not stuff you want to eat. This is stuff they got you putting on your steaks. Don't do it. This is no good. I see. Oh, look at you. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me finish it off for you. Ooh, double barrel on you. I told you it'd be nice. Oh man, it let go of both of them. Yeah, dog.
Yeah, you give it the light pull for one, and then you just fully compress with the second girl.
Remember Chad with his?
Yeah.
Chad had that single barrel. That thing will mess you up, boy. See, I gotta stop this because it become fun. And look, man, y'all flies. Y'all gonna live what, 3-4 days or something like that, or 72 hours or whatever. I don't know. But I'm gonna help y'all out in your journey. Eviction. I know that's not right. All right, there you go. Oh, you can put a red dot on this thing. Look, got a little rail on it. You got this at Home Depot?
I can't remember.
Oh.
It was probably Walmart or something. I can't remember.
Oh, Walmart had these too?
I was somewhere
It's a
hardware store. No, I think I got it out of Ace.
Oh, Ace?
I think I got it out of Ace.
I'm gonna have to give me one of these ones to get a single barrel or something. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the read. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down, man. And I'm gonna put some salt on this right quick because it's swelling up real good here. And I appreciate everybody coming in because you know how it is. They when everything is going the way they say they want guidelines, right? It doesn't matter. Now they are the very same ones that are doing the absurdities and have been doing the absurdities. That's why this fictional government has to put people in certain positions to do the things. Because they want you to get to the one current thing, the one world currency, this, that, and other. You'll own nothing and be happy. You don't own nothing now. You shouldn't be about owning anything. You should be about, okay? Hey, what's going on, man? Now, I'll get that thing, and that thing will jack you up, too. Go on about your business, boy. You lost your mind or something? Huh? Man, bust homeboy if he's still having a hard time.
Hey.
Bust him, man.
Oh, fuck it, man. I've been trying to let y'all live. Don't bother me, man.
Watch your language. Yeah, that mug might be the one on that mushroom coffee. Anyway, there's a Vatican executioner named Giovanni Bugatti. Oh, let me look into that guy.
You said Bugatti?
No. Yeah, Giovanni. Yeah, I heard about this cat, but I don't know about him. There's a documentary on it, I know, but excuse me. The Grim History of the Pope's Executioner. Yeah. Bugatti, the official Roman. Yeah. Well, they have a whole bunch of them. Okay? A whole lot of them exist. Okay? And he was exactly who you would think he was. A Gujar. Okay? Just like all the popes are Gujars. Alright? There's a reason why they all wear that little damn
Yarmulke.
yarmulke. Yeah, what is the name? Yeah. And there's different reasons why they exist. Our people didn't wear that crap. I have one because my uncles gave it to me in Brooklyn. It's like, here's yours, and they thought your family would accept it. And I was like, what? As dark as y'all is, this is all. There's a lot of us over there that wear. I was like, oh my goodness, y'all as old as y'all is. And so I have one, right? That white and gray one.
Right.
That was given to me by my uncle, one of my uncles. And they both were like, yeah, that's yours. I was like, whoa, when was this supposed to be given to me? A long time ago, but your family wouldn't have it. So yeah, I have one. All right. You can't make this up, man. You know you come from royalty. I was like, no. Keep that royalty stuff to yourself. I don't want to hear it. Well, a lot of your family's not going to be honest, or they don't know, and it's ignorance, and we happen to know a whole lot, and blah, 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 and I sit down and talk with them. Red Hook, Brooklyn. All right? It's like people right now are dumbfounded. How come you don't take $1 million from your daughter? What is wrong with you? Is it so hard to conceptualize or conceive? If I was to take the $5 million my daughter first offered me, I wouldn't be here wasting my time, and I don't find it to be a waste of my time. That's why I didn't take it. Now, I don't like it. I didn't want to. All right? Stubborn like Jonah. Does it ring a bell? Nothing's going to change. This is not relentlessly making stuff up. I know some of you are plastered and hard in your way because you're just egotistical and hard-headed and arrogant and ignorant, and name calling is one of my things. But there's a reality to it. And I don't really give a damn because you don't have a daughter who you've given talents to go on creating and earn $75 million. That is not my problem. in this fictional world of existence. I'm getting you to look at something other than that, to participate and partake and be part of something, to join in and share. I don't mind lying to the government. They lie to us. And they actually have the nerve of a whole bunch of nobodies who will mean nothing to me and be in positions that they shouldn't be in, and they wouldn't dare put them in a room with me alone. And how about that? Anyway, and that's a fact. That's a fact. Let me drink some more of this heart attack salt water. I need to put a key lime in there. You got a key lime in there, bro? Oh. Anyway, I hope. Did you know Pope Benedict was, yes, Inquisitor? No, I'm not shooting no squirrels. No. These are flies that are about to drop dead in about the next 24 hours, and they're being annoying because they're gathering, and that's what it means. They mate, but they drop eggs somewhere, and clusters, whatever. For those who look YouTube and everything else. And when they do that, that means they don't have that much longer, and they're being annoying. And so I dispatched them. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Excuse me. I put a key lime in here. Let me get my swisher so I don't waste none of the juice. I'll be right back. I need to get barefoot.
They had to come with the hole, guys. Did y'all leave that one little lip over here? Oh, you want me to? Oh, yeah. No, we left that.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. That way, yeah. So when we bring it in here, it should fit in there, and then we can make the narrative of how far we need to cut that up, because that's where the stairs are going to be at.
Roger that.
And the stairs are going to come to the tent, because this tent's going to get moved. When we get the hot tent, I gotta get the hot tent this payday, and if y'all can chip in a little bit, that's cool.
Yeah.
If not, I'll pay for it. I think the one I'm looking at is $197 to $2 something. I really want to get the hot tent away from the front door. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I like being here. It's protective, but we can set it off to the side, or we can set it off. You know what I'm saying? But with this, I want the stairs, because that's the door. We're gonna dig this out, and then we can put the wood and rocks. You know what I'm saying? For like 2 or 3 steps down. That way we can walk into it. That's the reason why I want to leave the lift, so also I can step into it without wrecking my knees. I don't know who else has knee problems, but that's the only reason. So when we bring it over, right, we can actually lean up against the dirt, bring it in, set it down. We can go on the inside. We should already got the screws, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that way we'll know exactly. Let me grab this thing so I can squeeze this lime juice. Yeah, you guys did an excellent job, bro.
Much appreciated.
Huh?
I said much appreciated.
Oh, no, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all allowing this old motherfucker like me a little relax for a moment. And I know I get carried away. I'm surprised he didn't say, look, that damn red, that don't keep it. Already have it sometimes. But it looks good, man. Y'all did an excellent job. Hell yeah. Hey, look, me talking. Look, y'all have dug a hole deeper than me. Nah, man, y'all body rubble, red Flintstone digging, trying to speed away with a no motor car. What the hell? Dang it. Man, you got the little salt smack over there. All right, so let me
I'm
throw a
holding
little
a
key
blade.
time.
I don't want to.
Excuse me, guys. Hey, Omek, what's up, baby? Small Hat Mafia. Really tiny hat mafia. Hey, how many of y'all found out exactly what it is those Zionists are actually doing when they put that black thing around their arm? They got y'all looking at Noah, believing in that bull crap in that little box. Remember I did a video on that? Now, people did videos on it. Y'all know everybody's done a video. I actually did. I'm the one that told you exactly what it is. I had to dig to get the right information, even though I already knew. And I was like, just me telling it ain't gonna be. It's not good enough for most people. You know, y'all, everybody's in the competition.
What's your sources?
So yeah, what's your sources, references? It's me, fool. Actually having a background in this crap, kind of living that Jewish life at one time. because I can convert to Judaism and like be solid with it. Not Ashkenaz, but you know what I mean? Because they do like the real ones around based on certain things. And when you say Kaiser, Klein, and Schost, you know, it's a reality. Those are family names. Don't worry, I'll put another post up there and let y'all see some of the family members with these names. Some of them was just a picture, a painting, a portrait. Because they had to hide the fact that we had cameras and all that shit stuff away a long time ago. Okay? These monkeys are really dumb. You ought to listen to the people who know me and have always heard me talk like this. They look so and you know, this is about ego. They just don't, they think they got to bow down. No, just accept the reality and just keep moving forward. You don't owe me nothing. But egos, man, when you've been wrong for so long, it's hard to be right, right?
Yep.
Y'all should know firsthand, a lot of you are just like that. Don't sit up here and on this platform think that you can lie. Look, get that one right there. And keep these lime. We got so many lime seeds right now. I'm going to start scrubbing them key limes, because I like to put the whole lime in there, cut into like 5 little pieces and drop it in the water. That's the best way. Hey, let me get it, man. Hey. I don't care. The salt ain't going to hurt me, bro.
About to get that spray, really put him down.
Look, he knew he messed up.
Yeah,
You knew he was playing around. You see how he got up when he saw me coming?
all the way gone too. He like,
Yeah, he was like, wait a minute. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. I told you when you was flying around my neck, don't do that, cuz. You won't make it back to the hive, cuz. Be polite, man. I don't mind you landing, having a drink, landing on my leg, chilling like you did. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. All right? No, mind. I'm not allergic to you. So you can sting away. But no, I'm going to slash you. All right? Just be nice. I like to see you guys live and do your little thing. All right? Thank you. You come back around me, I'm going to hit you with this hydrophilic salt. All right? Let me stop being silly, man. I can't even put the safety on this thing. Anyway, I gotta be careful because they will jump up in there real quick. You be floating around in your stuff. You don't want to drink fly water. That is good. That is good. Anyway. I'm gonna pull this up also. I'm gonna see how the price is right quick, brother. What was it called? The greenhouse? Amazon. I don't want to use Amazon, but you know it's gonna give it to us.
Right.
Hexel for us. Okay. Greenhouse cover, right?
Right.
Because they have software too. You know that, right?
You said they have who for it?
Software.
To create your own?
It's software. I don't know what it is, but you know, some greenhouses you have to have timers, water, stuff to go up in, lines, this, that, and other. You know what I'm saying? That you would build on the outside of the frame, or you would put on a piece of wood, concrete, blah, blah. Those things are beneficial. So cover replacements is what we wanted, right? And Uline, Amazon. So the greenhouse we built up there are going to be like a barn, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Big ones we can walk in, we can grow out a little marijuana or whatever, right? So the Vever walk-in tunnel greenhouse, that is like $136.99. Now that's really big though. That's really big. Now we can get, yeah, the clear ones are expensive.
Come on, bro.
Hey, the clear ones are expensive. You know, you feel me? There you go, bro. The clear ones are expensive. They can run up anywhere from $1,000. Here it goes right there. $2,000. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need that. The guard shield is like $30, $40, $50. 4-year UV resistant 8mm heavy duty clear. You know what? Farm plastic supply, that's like $60, $70.
I think it's like the measurement is like 7 across and like what we did, like 8, 9, 10 back.
I think 12. 9 feet would be 2 semicolons, right? By I think 12 or 13, right? 12. Let's go with 12, right? So we're looking at walk-in tunnels, right?
Right.
So we had a walk-in tunnel greenhouse 1294 by Team. We never messing with Timu, but you have Quincent, you have Olosome.com, which that one's a little smaller, but they're running anywhere from $59 to about $90 something. So we want the one that's kind of more or less like white, like clear, like, you know what I'm saying? The green ones are cool, like the one you had that tore up really easily.
Right.
And that, no, we can get that.
It worked too. It kept it warm in there.
Oh yeah, $83. So we can definitely get that. Temu has a lot of them. I don't trust China's chemicals right now because they had that big issue that came out. And I think that is where you got that Temu? Okay, good.
It was, from like, what's the name of that company? I found the
Well, we're gonna tighten it up, but Vivor, or there's like, well, I think 5 or 6, and Wayfair. Wayfair is the stuff I see guys in Canada using.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In Jersey, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna be getting that. You can help with that if y'all want to assist. Like, I know y'all not gonna come here and help build and all that, but the donation, because you know what I'm saying, you'd be surprised spending a little money to get to a point where you don't, where you have solar, where this, that, and the other, and you have hot stoves, and getting back to the roots of things, where you allow your mind to expand, depending on how long we're going to be here, based on what these idiots are doing. I'm not giving them energy. The reality is, I don't want y'all to be last minute to hit you. Oh man, I could have been out there where I could have made a difference. Okay? But I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. We're almost at 2 hours. I just wanted to chat because I really want to come back on around about 5 or 6 and read the Book of the Dead, the next part. Shake my head to inform you as to certain things you should really look at. All right? And the Tibetan one, I got to go dig it out. The Tibetan Book of the Dead, I think it's a lot better than this new one, this rewrite. You know what I mean? I thought y'all said something. Hold on, let me do this right quick because I didn't do it when I came in here. Whoop, there it goes. Okay. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get off of here. And what is it? 39% that quick? I'm gonna let this thing go all the way dead so I can recharge this battery. Hey Marcus, thanks for the man. Appreciate the donation, beloved. That's 2 in a row, bro. Appreciate you, beloved. Okay. But anyway. I really want to watch this thing. I got to put this on charge. Turn it off. And put it on charge. And like I said, we'll be back. I just went off. About 5:30. How's that? All right. That'll be about 2 hours and about 16, 17, I don't know, 12 minutes or something like that. Okay. And we'll pick it up and we'll carry it on for there. All right. So I appreciate y'all guys hanging in here with this old knucklehead like myself. Okay. And I'll see y'all in a few hours. All right. I'm just fucking rapping on with it, man.